Life has a way of testing us when we least expect it. Some crumble under the weight of adversity, while others rise like a phoenix from the ashes, stronger than before. This is the story of David Carter, a man who turned his deepest pain into the ultimate source of his power. David Carter was born into struggle. Raised in a poor neighborhood, he watched his mother work multiple jobs to put food on the table. His father had walked out when he was 5, leaving behind nothing but unfulfilled promises. Despite the hardships, David dreamed of making something of himself. By the time he turned 18, he had worked tirelessly to earn a football scholarship to a prestigious university. It seemed like his life was finally turning around. But just when he thought he had escaped the chains of his past, fate dealt him a cruel hand. During his sophomore year, he suffered a career-ending injury. Doctors told him he would never play football again. The news shattered him. Football was not just a game to David. It was his way out, his identity, his purpose. Without it, he felt lost and hopeless. He spiraled into depression, questioning the meaning of everything he had fought for. For months, David isolated himself. He avoided his friends, ignored his mother's calls, and drowned himself in self-pity. The pain of losing his dream was unbearable, and he saw no way forward. One night, at his lowest point, he found himself standing on a bridge, staring at the dark waters below. At that moment, an old man approached him. "Thinking about jumping?" the man asked calmly. Shocked, David turned to him. "You wouldn't understand," he muttered. The old man chuckled. "Oh, but I do. I lost everything once. My wife, my job, my purpose. And I thought ending it was the only way. But let me ask you this. If you survive, would you be willing to change? To fight back?" David hesitated. The man continued. "Pain is fuel, son. You can let it consume you, or you can burn brighter because of it. The choice is yours." Something about the man's words struck deep. That night, David decided he wouldn't let his pain define him. He needed to find a new way forward. David started reading books on resilience, philosophy, and mental toughness. He stumbled upon the teachings of the Stoics, Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, Epictetus. Their words resonated with him. What stands in the way becomes the way. He realized that his pain was not his enemy. It was his teacher. With a newfound purpose, he threw himself into the gym, determined to rebuild his body. He shifted his focus from football to fitness, studying everything he could about strength training, nutrition, and mental resilience. The process was grueling, but he embraced the struggle. Months turned into years. David transformed not just physically but mentally. He became a personal trainer, helping others who had suffered setbacks. He started sharing his story online, inspiring thousands to rise above their own pain. David's journey wasn't just about fitness. It was about reclaiming control over his life. He started speaking at events, sharing how pain had once almost destroyed him, but had instead forged him into someone stronger. One day he received a message from a young man who was on the verge of giving up. "Your story saved my life," it read. At that moment, David realized that his suffering had not been in vain. His pain had become his power, a force for good in the world. Years later, David stood on a stage in front of thousands, delivering a speech that echoed through the hearts of all who listened. Pain is inevitable, but suffering? That's a choice. Use your hardships as fuel. Let them shape you, not break you, because every setback carries within it the seeds of an even greater comeback. Pain is not meant to destroy us, but to strengthen us. Every challenge, every hardship, and every failure carries within it the opportunity for growth. The strongest warriors are not those who have never fallen, but those who rise every time they do. So when life knocks you down, don't ask, "Why me?" Instead, ask, "What is this teaching me?" Because your pain can be your greatest power.